Tough impact and derelict, not enough effort. Windreamer. So race 5 brings up the first leg of the quaddie, and we've got an odds-on favourite in Bazable Rewarded, who was a strong winner in maiden grade over this track and distance just over a week ago. And Bazable Rewarded has got the attention of favourite backers. Beat a couple of horses quite convincingly who fought out the previous race. So Bazable Rewarded above the frost line, the 2 is the main danger in betting. Nadia Daniels with a 3 kilo claim. Only had one run during its autumn prep. It was victorious at Moonee Valley and has had a number of jump outs in recent months in readiness for today. So she's a mare that's lightly raced but has shown talent. They're about to come up. Not enough effort at 10 years of age will show tactical speed. Plenty likely to take a trail, but could easily improve today despite running poorly first up. Away from a heavy track might be a different story for Plenty. And Michael, yes, I think she'll win. I was very keen on her the day that she did win here last week. And she was able to duly salute. I think keeping her at 1,000 at this stage, ideal. Last prep, it just showed that perhaps her 1,000-metre runs were just a little bit better. And as she matures, I'm sure she'll get out back to 1,200 metres. But beating convincingly a couple of horses who fought out the previous race is a good sign. And as far as 62s go, not an overly strong one, I didn't think. But above the frost lines, probably untapped, and we get to see it as a real challenger, I'm sure. Is Plenty being locked away, now being joined by Derelict, who goes in. And above the frost line, Louvretec Melbourne with race 5. 1,000 metres. They're set. Ready to go. Light flashing on the stalls. The starter presses the button. They're away and above the frost line. Anticipated the start well, but Bazable Rewarded is after it early, and they're trying to work across, but away from the fence still as they head into that first bend. So it's above the frost line, who's working hard, but now comes across, glides 2 lengths clear from in second. Bazable Rewarded. Then comes Derelict, and on the inside, Hcap. Next is Not Enough Effort, and then Plenty, followed by Tough Impact and Windreamer is last. So the grey leads above the frost line to the bend. Took a little breather. A half length Bazable Rewarded. Derelict comes into it 3 wide. Hcap. Plenty is next. And then Not Enough Effort as they swing. And here's Bazable Rewarded. About to be unleashed. The mare took over and she shot away. She exploded. 3 lengths on above the frost line. Hcap. The rest are battling for minors. But she's going to go back to back, Bazable Rewarded. And Mott steers her down for an effortless win. She won it by 5 lengths. Couldn't have been more impressive. From above the frost line in second, Hcap, photo 4th, either Not Enough Effort or Plenty, then Derelict, Tough Impact and Windreamer. Well, she's a mare going places, and she's come back, no doubt, a much better horse this time around. Arguably frustrating for her connections not to have won in her first couple of preps, but she has hit the ground running this campaign. Jamie Mott in the saddle last week, steering her to a 2-length win. Well, she's blown the 62 benchmark race right out of the water. And 7 in the frame beats the 2, 5 and 1. 7, 2, 5 and 1 in a time of 56.8. 56.8. Above the frost line, jumped brilliantly, but had to work a little bit to come across, but in the end was just left behind by a better mare, saying that she's run well in second because she had her own space on the rest of the field. Hcap's run in third. And then that photo finish for fourth will go the way of not enough effort, the one, just nosing out a la plenty. So 7, 2, 5 and 1. She's a mare by reward for effort. She's talented. She showed that with some narrow defeats last prep, but now she's really putting it together and fitter from that run the other day. She was electric, and well done to local trainer Kelvin Southey. It's terrific to see him with a progressive horse that I'm sure will be up to tougher races than the provincial grade races that she's been set so far this prep. After all, she did run well one day at Moonee Valley in a maiden, and you'd think coming into that season there might be races for her on that tight track, which you'd think she'd perform well at. And here's Bazable Rewarded coming back to scale. Looking forward to seeing Kelvin now that he's got this mare to back-to-back wins. Here is trackside.
Well, congratulations, Kelvin. How do you put that into words?
Oh, she was pretty impressive, wasn't she?
Impressive as exactly that. 56.8 is the time that's been recorded. A look here into the race book. 56.84 was the track record set by Motown Lil back in 2016. Did you anticipate you'd be coming here with a mare doing that today?
No, I always knew she was pretty smart. It is wind assisted and it's pretty firm, so we'll just take that with a pinch of salt.
Well, it's in the book anyway now, but it must fill you with a bit of excitement for what's ahead for the rest of this preparation.
Yeah, we'll have to have a look. I had a race picked out for her later on, but we'll have to see what Jamie thinks.
Well done.
Thanks.
Well done.
There is Kelvin Southey here with Jamie Mott, who sat aboard Giga Kick earlier in a track gallop.
Record?
Well, Jamie, just looking at the race book, and as Kelvin said, okay, it might have been a little wind assist and the track's pretty dry, but she's broken the track record.
Yeah, you know, I'm not surprised because obviously the track's firm, but she's really come on this preparation. She ran the quickest last sectionals of the meeting, winning here last time, and did it quite easily. So obviously today, second up, she's going to be better again. But yeah, she gave me a good feel, and it's obviously good to see she's backed up with a good time.
Kelvin pre-race was saying that he had a thought she might get a little bit further back, but you were keen to go forward, and you made that known to him pre-race as well.
Yeah, I wasn't getting back today. I was going to be in the first four, regardless. Just a quick round, Mornington, you want to be thereabouts, and I think she's flying, so I didn't want to have too much to do. And once we got outside the leader, she just travelled comfortable, and really good win. And hopefully, I think he had a plan of there's a race to the Valley, restricted trainers, so I'm not sure if he may try her in town earlier, but she's going really well.
How was Giga Kick?
Yeah, awesome. Just had the handbrake on him the whole way, and he towed me up the straight. But what a magnificent animal! Nice to get a feel of him, and I think he's in for a preparation. He'll be winning some races.
Well done.
Thank you.
Confirming with the judge and timekeeper that the time of 56.8 is correct, and that makes it a record for the 1,000 metres, surpassing Motown Lil's record, which was a record that stood 9 years, has been bettered today by the very impressive win of Bazable Rewarded. So 56.8 confirmed as the winning time. It's 7, 2, 5 and 1, 4 3/4 by 2 lengths margins after the first leg of the quaddie.